Hey guys, it's time for an update on our Akbash Livestock guardian dog, Blue. I've been getting a lot of questions in the comment sections under videos asking about Blue and how he's doing, any updates with him. If you saw the video of the day when we first got him, Blue looked pretty bad. He was in bad shape. When I unloaded him here at the homestead, he was real stiff and was very lethargic, and I thought a lot of that was due to him having just traveled a really long way to get to our home, and I'd be stiff and lethargic too after such a drive, so I was giving him a pass, but things didn't really get much better after that first day. He's only made a few small appearances in a few other videos, so I haven't been putting out a lot of information about Blue's status, and that is why I've been getting all the questions about him. So I just haven't put out any updates on it because it's been kind of a difficult situation, and some things are kind of hard to share sometimes on video. But there's a big issue we're struggling with now. We have a decision to make about how we're going forward on things. So I thought now is a good time to share everything with you guys. Since we've had Blue, he's been really depressed since he's been here. I think a big part of that is due to him being 6 years old and being taken away from the only place he's ever known as home and brought here, and that's a really big change for him, and he's just not coping well with that. It took him about a week before he'd even eat here. He refused his dog food every day when I tried to give it to him, and I even made some bacon and poured a bacon grease on it and threw some pieces of bacon in it. This was homemade grass-fed homestead bacon. This was not just store-bought stuff, and he would not eat it. So I knew there was really something wrong. And then after about a week of him not eating, I thought to myself, I've got to do something to get this dog to eat. So I cooked some homemade sausage and broke it up in small pieces, and I offered it to him. He would not eat it. So I actually put the sausage in his mouth, and that triggered his eating reflex when he realized that it was good meat. Right, buddy? And then from then on, he started eating, no problem. But we had a real issue with the eating, and then about a week later, he developed diarrhea, and it went on and off for a couple weeks. The flock is closing in on us. Blue, we're running out of room, buddy. Should we hold our ground? Are you leaving? Blue has also had some physical issues. He has some stiffness in his front leg, and then his hips also seem to have some stiffness in them. I was concerned about arthritis or hip dysplasia. Apparently hip dysplasia is a genetic thing, and he's not genetically predispositioned to that. However, he does obviously have some joint inflammation of some kind. I was trying to get a vet to come out to the homestead here to check him out because I really didn't think he was fit to even travel to get to the vet's office. I was unsuccessful in getting somebody to come out here, but last week Blue had improved enough to the point where I thought he would be ready to go for a ride and get to the office. So I got Blue to the vet. Where you going, buddy? He doesn't like the camera so much. I got him to the vet, and they were very concerned about his health. They said he was really dehydrated. They injected him with fluid subcutaneously, gave him a lot of water with electrolytes in it and B vitamins that slowly absorbed into his body over time. And they took a stool sample, did blood work. There were some concerns about some internal issues. His blood work and his stool sample came back normal. There were no indicators that gave the vet any kind of concern about some other issues going on. He was given 4 prescriptions: an anti-diarrhea, a probiotic, a painkiller, because he's obviously in pain with his joint and GI issues, and then also an anti-inflammatory. Blue also has a issue. He's not gonna show it to me, but not that canine, but his lower left canine down here has, I think, some exposed nerve, which is probably giving him a lot of pain as well. And the vet said that the tooth is dying and will fall out. There were a few times in the first couple weeks that Blue was here where thought he was doing a lot better. He would go out on pasture. When I'd put the sheep out, he'd follow them out, and he'd spend all day out in the sun, and he was doing better eating. So I was seeing these improvements. He was improving up like this, and then just tapered off, nowhere near where he needed to be though. He needed to be way up here, and he just kind of tapered off at 10% or so. So he's been on his medicine for the last several days, and his diarrhea has cleared up. His stool has gotten to a good consistency. Somebody's coming up behind me. Oh, Annabelle. Oh, here comes the whole gang. Come on through, girls. Come say hi. For those of you who haven't met her yet, this is Annabelle. Sage. Apparently I'm holding up the line here. Come on, girls. Another thing the vet diagnosed him with, she said this dog is 100% depressed. It was very obvious by his behavior. I think the pain medicine has helped his emotional status just a little bit too, because with him being in less pain, he seems slightly more lively, just 5 to 10% more. He's definitely not where he should be, but a little bit better than where he was. So with all that, there's a really big fitness for duty question here. Is Blue fit to protect this flock from predation? I don't think he is. He is definitely not improved to the point where he's well. Again, he's doing better on the medicine, but he's just not where he should be. Yesterday, I spoke with the breeder from whom we purchased Blue and shared all this information that I'm sharing with you guys now. I shared it with the breeder. The breeder has a guarantee policy. He guarantees his dogs, and if they're not working with the program, or if they're not fit for duty for some reason, then he swaps it out with a new dog. So he has given us the option to swap out and get a new dog. Of course, it's not that easy just to swap them out and get a new dog. I've bonded with Blue. We've all bonded with Blue. There's two factors here at play. One is we have a business decision to make. We hired Blue essentially to be head of security here, to perform a job to protect the sheep. He's not able to do that. On the other hand, there's an emotional aspect to this, an emotional decision, that we love Blue. He is our dog, and he's very sweet, he's very gentle, he has a wonderful personality, and I am very comfortable with him in that I don't fear that he's gonna snap out and bite me or eat a chicken or eat a pig. Blue and I come walking by these guys every morning, and Blue shows no interest in them whatsoever. When I go in to feed them, they all rush the front door, so it's kind of hard to get in there. So I thought, hey, if I have Blue by the front door, maybe they won't come near the door. They'll be scared. So I opened the door, and Blue just stood there. He had no interest at all in going in and eating any chickens, anything like that. So Blue is really cool with these guys. So we're in a difficult position. There's not an easy answer. I know some of you guys might be thinking, well, just get a second dog. These livestock guardian dogs are very expensive. We can't really justify the expense of buying a second dog. So it's been a struggle the last several weeks having Blue here. I've been trying really hard to make him feel happy and welcome here. And I'm just gonna keep doing that, letting him know that he's loved